everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Our Lives.
That's what we're doing.
So today we are going to do a Q&A video. Some of you guys have sent in questions on Twitter and in the comments of our YouTube video, so we thought we would answer some.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first question we saw was, what do you like most about vlogging?
I like being able to document memories and document time that we have together. I think anytime you go through a loss of a close family member, it makes, I don't know why he decides to make noise.
He likes these.
But anytime you lose a family member, it just makes you more aware of how precious time is and how precious memories are. And so I love being able to make memories and yet go back and experience those memories. I feel like, you know, you remember things, but sometimes you miss little details, even from yesterday. And so to be able to go back and watch things, and sometimes things happen that you're not expecting to happen, like getting our positive beta test for our first round of IVF. I would have been so disappointed if I had not pulled out the camera and vlogged that moment. Even though it didn't turn out well, it was still such an exciting moment for the both of us.
So, in that moment, it
was really exciting. Yeah. Okay, number 2 is, have you ever considered adoption?
We have. You guys know that we went through, just before IVF, 5 years of trying to have a child, naturally. Well, with a couple of IUIs in there. But after the IUIs didn't work, and we didn't have my current job, we didn't have the coverage for IVF, and it was just so expensive to do IVF, we looked into adoption because adoption is more of a sure thing if you're going to get a baby out of it. So, and we had seriously considered it. We were setting up loans for it, working with an agency. We went through the whole meetings with them and everything like that. So, yes, we have.
Yeah.
Question number 3.
Trace.
How tall are you? I think this is more directed to her, so I will let her answer.
Yeah, if it was directed to Derek, it would be, how short are you? I'm just kidding. I am 6'1", right around there. My grandfather...
She's like 6'2" and a half.
My grandfather is 6'6", but yes, I'm very tall. What about you?
I'm 5'11".
Yeah. So there is a distinguishable height difference. Most of the time you don't see us vlogging like standing together, but every once in a while you do, and you can definitely tell the difference when that happens.
Question number 4.
Question number 4 is, how did you meet?
So this one is a funny story, I guess, really. We met in chorus. That is where we met, in chorus in high school.
I don't know that we have. We started dating as a joke. My friend said, hey, why don't you ask him to be your boyfriend, as a joke. And so I did, and surprisingly he said yes. And so then I was like, okay. So the rest is history. We've been together for 8 years in October. Now. So we've been married for 6 in
April.
Yeah.
Number 5, what is your favorite Disney film?
Ratatouille.
Yeah? Over Princess and the Frog?
Princess and the Frog is a close second, but it is not number 1 in my heart.
Can you guess mine?
The Lion King.
No.
I don't know.
It's my number 2.
What?
The Lion King.
101 Dalmatians?
No. Tangled.
Tangled! Yeah, that's the story of my life. Will you ever take a Disney cruise or visit an international Disney park is number 6.
Yes and yes. Anyways, number
7 and number 13 kind of can go together.
Okay. Number 7/13. Do you both work? The answer is...
Yes.
Yes.
Even though people say that we must not work because you never see us working, you have to remember you see 7 to 15 minutes out of every day of our lives, and so there's a lot of hours in the day that you don't see. So I do the pet sitting. We have started that since we got down here. And then I also nanny and take care of a little girl who lives a few miles away from us. So I do that kind of on the weekends. It's not a steady thing, it's just kind of an as I'm needed. But then the pet sitting, as you guys see, is pretty regular, and so that's what I do.
But yes, I do work, and the reason you don't see me work a lot is I work overnight. We've talked about it. I work from 10 p.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern time. So you see us vlogging during the day. After we get through vlogging, I kind of pop over to work, which is over there.
Yeah.
I work from home and I work for Apple, doing support engineering for our devices. So.
Yep. So everybody who has been asking for months where Derek works, what he does, so that is the answer to your questions. So number 8.
When did we decide IVF was the way to go?
So we did not really decide right off the bat. After our 3rd failed IUI, we went in to talk to our doctor and he said, I just don't think it's going to work unless you go to IVF. I was completely heartbroken and cried on the way out of the doctor's office. I was so upset because, as you guys know, just watching, or if you've been through it, IVF is a big deal. It's a lot of money, it's a lot of commitment, it's a lot of pain and agony and waiting, and so the thought of IVF was terrifying to me.
Yeah.
So I guess we kind of just decided to do it because it was the next step, and we wanted to give every shot that we could to having children ourselves. I want to experience pregnancy so badly, and so while we will love any child that comes to us in any form or fashion, I would love to be able to experience pregnancy, and so that's why we went with IVF.
And we really didn't decide to do IVF until I got my job.
Yeah.
Really, because of the coverage. I mean,
Right.
we were kind of torn between the costs. So,
Yeah.
Are you scared to do another round of IVF?
It depends on in what context you are asking me. If I am scared of like the needles and the egg retrieval again, no, I could do it again. Am I scared of failure again? 100%. I am absolutely terrified of anything from this point failing, because I feel like the more it fails, the less likely it is to work. Even though that's not necessarily true, I know it takes the average couple 3 tries of IVF to get pregnant. And I know many women who have gotten pregnant on their 6th cycle or their 4th. And so I understand that like logically it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it is 100% a fear of, I think, both of ours for it not to work. And then I guess I'm scared of going through another egg retrieval as far as afterwards, because it was not fun.
Yeah.
And I don't think I realized during the days when it was happening just how uncomfortable and how much pain I was in. But it was really rough. I did not enjoy it, and I will not look forward to going through it again. I'm not necessarily scared of it, but I'm not looking forward to having to go through it again if we decide to do that.
Right, yeah.
Where do you see yourselves in 5 years? Whew, that's a doozy. I think one thing that we've learned through the whole infertility thing and just life in general is that you just can't plan for anything. If you had asked us 5 years ago what we would be doing today, I can guarantee you it would be 100% different than what we are doing right now. We would not be here. We would probably have 4 kids by now and be, I don't even know what as far as career-wise, probably already done with school.
Right.
But I'm just excited to spend every day with this guy and get to live life. You know, I'm just grateful for whatever we have. But as far as what I would like to see in 5 years, Derek to be in the same company that he's in. We love Apple. And at least with 1 baby, hopefully more. I'm grateful for 1 though at this point. I always used to say I want 4 kids. Now I'm like, can I just have 1? Just 1 would be great.
Yes. And question number 14.
What gender do you want your baby to be, and do you want twins or a singleton? Let's make this a quick answer. You go.
Boy, singleton.
Girl, whatever.
And that's that.
The last question is, how old are you?
I am 23.
I'm 24.
You don't want to tell them what you're going to be versus what you are?
I'm going to be 25 in March.
So we are 23, 24. She's taller, she's older.
Wiser,
She's gonna
smarter, more crafty.
That is true. More crafty is true. Wiser? No.
So that is all the questions that we have today. Thank you for asking the questions. We hope you get some answers to questions that you have been asking all of your life. We love you guys. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching.
Make sure to subscribe.
Do it right now.
It's red like his head. And I made a rhyme. Bye guys.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.